Another typical day in Winnipeg. For all Manitobans, public insurance is behind each driver, and not everyone is aware of this. As for Derek Rozwadowski, moving from Alberta and adjusting from a private market to a public market has its differences.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, to me, it's private, you can shop around. Public, you can't. Right? Public, it's all apples in one basket, and private, you can shop around. And, you know, if you're different graduates or alumni, you get different rates and different things. So here, it doesn't matter. Once you get your discount, then you get your discount, right? So I don't know what I prefer. I really don't. What gives me less money? What makes me spend less money?
But most Manitobans don't even know what exactly MPI is. So we decided to talk to an MPI spokesperson to find out more.
Manitoba Public Insurance is a public insurer that provides universally available mandatory insurance products for private passenger vehicles, motorcycles, some basic coverages for ORVs, snowmobiles, ATVs, all that type of various types of automobiles.
I decided I needed a more personal explanation, so I headed over to a local broker and talked with Krista Simmert, an insurance broker selling AutoPack.
Well, MPI governs us to provide the necessary tools and products to sell to customers to provide them with accurate insurance. An independent broker, MPI is mandatory for us to sell because we're governed by MPI, so we have no alternative options in Manitoba to sell any other insurance product for vehicles.
Manitoba Public Insurance factors in the type of vehicle that you drive in order to get an insurance rate, but the type of vehicle that you drive is not the only thing that matters.
Vehicles are rated based on the type of vehicle, the amount of claims are made on the vehicle, the safety of the vehicle, as well as other ratings which may influence it, such as fuel efficiency and popularity of the vehicle.
Just for personal automobiles, we can look at a pleasure use versus an all-purpose use. Pleasure being kind of self-explanatory, you just use it for pleasure, grocery store, personal outings, that type of thing. And then you can get into all-purpose, where you're using it for going to and from work, to and from school, more often kind of higher risk.
Glenn also explains that Manitoba Public Insurance cannot reject anyone and is dependent mostly on your driving record. As for a private insurance market, Derek explains the ratings for an insurance depends on your age and even your gender.
It's dependent on the age of the driver. And unfortunately, if you're a male, it will be more than if you're a female. That's how it works. I don't know how they come across or came about that, whatever. But if you're a young male driver, you'll be paying a lot more than if you're a young female driver. And same thing if you're an older driver. I think the magic number there was 25 years old. Yeah. If you're under 25, you're going to get gouged for insurance. Like the rates are like tremendous, and it doesn't matter if you are. If you have a brand new, let's say a sports car, like a comparison, like a brand new, like when 98, when I had my brand new Eagle Talon, which was a sports car, here when I lived in Manitoba, I only paid like I think $864, and I had everything, like full everything, right? Yeah. Well, when I moved in 2001 to Alberta, so yeah, the car is a few years old, which would say you kind of make you think that okay, insurance should be less now, but I was still under 25. Yeah. That same insurance was, I think I paid almost $2,000 for the same car, and I never had any accidents, any collisions, any tickets, none like that. Hey.
Many private market insurance companies will factor in your age, your gender, females receiving a higher premium, marital status, if you're married you can receive a better discount opposed to being single, geography and the city you live in, how many driving violations you may have, the vehicle type, the previous auto insurance record, any claims you may have, your credit rating, your occupation, your education, driving distance to work, your years of driving, and some auto theft devices can even give you some discounts. Manitoba Public Insurance also includes a mandatory $500 deductible and an optional extension packages of $300, $200, and $100. And with a private insurance company,
$200 and a $500 deductible.
That's it.
That's it.
Because Manitobans cannot sue for bodily harm caused by a vehicle, the minimum amount of third-party liability in Manitoba is $200,000, which comes with your $500 deductible. And with a private market,
it's not like here. Yeah. It would just, if let's say you got hurt, yeah. You wouldn't go after the insurance company. You go after that person, right? Yeah. But the insurance companies have their own deductibles or whatever the case may be. So if I'm fully covered and somebody smacked into me and I was hurt, well, my insurance company will go after their insurance company, and the party at fault's insurance company will go after them. But then I can still sue them civilly in court if you know it came down to it.
But in Manitoba, extensions of $1 million, $2 million, and $5 million are also available for an extra charge on your insurance premium. MPI also offers personal injury protection plan to compensate drivers who are injured in vehicle accidents, death, funeral expenses, long-term disabilities, rehabilitation, loss of wages, and grief counseling. PIP replaces the hassle of going through a court system. There are 4 principles based on the Personal Injury Protection Plan. Coverage is available to all Manitoba residents injured in automobile accidents anywhere in Canada or the USA. Compensation focuses on certain economic losses for an auto injury or death. Compensation is guaranteed for all injured Manitobans regardless of who's at fault, and most benefits are indexed at the Consumer Price Index. On the flip side of things, MPI offers discounts on your insurance premium for being a safe and collision-free driver.
So when you insure your vehicle as a registered owner, if you have a driver's license, you can receive a discount off your insurance premium. So depending on your driving history, of course a cleaner history will give you more of a discount, but you can currently, you can go anywhere from no discount up to a maximum 25% discount. That may change in the next year. However, currently what's approved right now is anywhere from a no discount to a 25% discount. And they're in increments, so a 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%, or 25%. You would get a discount on your driver's license as well, depending where you are on that DSR scale. On the DSR scale, there's a number of levels. The highest is 15, and that would allow you, I believe it gives you a $25 discount off your driver's license, and currently it would give you a 25% discount off your vehicle premium. The worst one would be minus 20, and if you're looking at your vehicle premiums, that you wouldn't get any discounts off your vehicle premium. However, you'd have an additional driver premium, which would be attached to your driver's license, and currently that one is $1,044.
MPI also offers a discount for having an anti-theft device.
The Mobilizer program is a free program for those who don't have command start or alarm systems. There's a list of vehicles which are most at risk, which, when registering, the customer is notified that they need to get an immobilizer.
And with a private insurance company, you are not offered discounts on a good driving record. Instead, you're offered demerits.
As I mentioned, the only discount is once you're above 25. And once you're above 25, then you get your major discount. But if you've been driving for X number of years, no, you don't get any merits or any things of that nature. And it all varies depending on every year, eh? They'll reassess it. And even though I was a good driver, I never got into any accidents or any collisions, your insurance sometimes can still go up depending on what happens in the world, you know, in the insurance world, and that's just how it is. So it doesn't matter what your driving record is. The only time that plays a role is if you're switching insurance companies.
I did a quick survey in this mall of about 30 people, and that of which 90% of people knew MPI was a public company, and 95% did not know there was other options to Manitobans when it comes to lowering your deductible and raising your third-party liability. That market is open to competitors, and less than 50% actually knew what MPI premiums covered. And when asked which market they would prefer, public or private, it was an even 50-50. And when comparing MPI rates across Canada, Manitobans rank one of the lowest in the country for premiums on average, with Toronto skyrocketing for a 21-year-old male just over $7,000 and the lowest in Saskatchewan just over $1,000, but Manitoba is right behind them. Glenn Huppy also explained to me that 85% of premium money collected by MPI is returned back to customers in the form of claims benefits. The rest goes towards overhead operating expenses and are expected to give back $92 million in rebates towards policyholders in the next term. So, even though with private insurance you can shop around for a deal, in the end you're not really getting a deal. Our studies found that overall, public insurance is not only cheaper but more beneficial to drivers living in Manitoba. And when I asked Glenn if MPI is a successful company, his response?
I'd have to say yes. Looking at the history of rates that Manitoba Public Insurance has charged,
As for Derek,
yeah, you go. I mean, they're fine. It's just nice you can go to any place. You don't have to. Okay, well, I'm with these guys. I have to just go to that office. Here, any MPI, you can go. So no, I don't have a problem with them. They're just like any business. They're good and bad, right?
good or bad, Manitoba Public Insurance is a successful corporation, one that is not going anywhere anytime soon. Trevor Pascal, WKGM Pulse News, Winnipeg.